Imagine an empire so powerful that its roads stretched across 3 continents. An empire whose armies conquered kingdoms, whose laws still influence the modern world, and whose engineering amazed humanity for centuries. But every empire, no matter how mighty, has a breaking point. How did the greatest empire in history rise from a small village, only to collapse under its own weight? This is the incredible story of the Roman Empire, from its legendary beginnings to its dramatic fall. The story of Rome begins over 2,700 years ago, on the banks of the Tiber River in central Italy. According to ancient legend, twin brothers Romulus and Remus were abandoned as infants and rescued by a she-wolf. Raised against impossible odds, Romulus would eventually found the city of Rome in 753 BC. Whether legend or history, one thing is certain: Rome started as a small settlement surrounded by rival tribes. Few could have imagined that this humble village would one day become the greatest empire the world had ever seen. The early Romans were fearless warriors, disciplined citizens, and brilliant builders. They believed that strength, order, and loyalty were the foundation of a powerful nation. With every battle won and every alliance formed, Rome grew stronger. What began as a tiny city was about to embark on a journey that would reshape the course of human history. Rome's greatest weapon wasn't just its soldiers, it was its discipline. The Roman legions became the most feared military force of the ancient world. Every soldier trained relentlessly, marched for miles carrying heavy equipment, and followed orders with absolute precision. Unlike many of their enemies, the Romans didn't simply win battles, they built roads, bridges, and fortified camps wherever they marched. This allowed their armies to move faster than anyone else. One victory led to another. Italy fell under Roman control. Then came Gaul, Greece, Egypt, North Africa, and much of the Middle East. At its peak, the Roman Empire stretched across 3 continents and ruled over nearly 70 million people, almost 1/4 of the world's population at the time. No empire had ever reached such extraordinary power. As Rome grew stronger, one man emerged who would change its destiny forever: Julius Caesar. A brilliant general and fearless leader, Caesar conquered vast territories, including Gaul, bringing unimaginable wealth and power to Rome. His military victories made him a hero to the people, but a threat to the Roman Senate. In 44 BC, fearing his growing influence, a group of senators assassinated Julius Caesar inside the Senate. They believed they were saving the Republic, but instead, they pushed Rome into a brutal civil war. From the chaos rose Caesar's adopted son, Octavian, later known as Augustus, the first emperor of Rome. Under Augustus, the Roman Empire entered an era known as the Pax Romana, or the Roman Peace. For nearly 2 centuries, Rome experienced unprecedented stability, prosperity, and expansion. Magnificent roads connected distant provinces. Massive aqueducts carried fresh water into cities. The Colosseum stood as a symbol of Roman engineering, while millions lived under the protection of the empire. It was the golden age of Rome, and it seemed nothing could ever bring this mighty empire down. But no empire remains powerful forever. As the centuries passed, Rome began to weaken from within. Corruption spread through the government. Emperors rose and fell at an alarming pace, many ruling for only a short time before being overthrown or killed. Heavy taxes crushed ordinary citizens, while inflation weakened the economy. Maintaining enormous armies and defending thousands of miles of borders became increasingly difficult. At the same time, powerful barbarian tribes, including the Visigoths, Vandals, and Huns, pressed against Rome's frontiers. In AD 410, the unthinkable happened. The city of Rome was sacked by the Visigoths, shocking the entire ancient world. The attacks continued. Provinces were lost. The once invincible Roman army could no longer defend the empire. Finally, in AD 476, the last Western Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was removed from power by the Germanic leader Odoacer. After more than 1,000 years of influence, the Western Roman Empire had fallen. An empire that had once ruled millions, had become history. Although the Western Roman Empire fell in AD 476, its influence never truly disappeared. Roman law became the foundation of many modern legal systems. Roman engineering inspired bridges, roads, and aqueducts that still amaze the world today. The Latin language evolved into Italian, Spanish, French, Portuguese, and Romanian, languages now spoken by hundreds of millions of people. Even the idea of a republic, a senate, and organized government can trace part of its heritage back to ancient Rome. The empire collapsed, but its ideas, culture, architecture, and innovations shaped the modern world in ways few civilizations ever have. More than 1,500 years later, the story of Rome continues to inspire historians, leaders, and millions of people around the globe. The Roman Empire may have fallen, but its legacy is truly eternal. The Roman Empire didn't just shape the ancient world, it helped shape the world we live in today. If you enjoyed this journey through history, subscribe to Imperion Vault for more epic documentaries on the greatest civilizations, legendary battles, and forgotten stories that changed the world forever. Because history isn't just about the past, it's the key to understanding our future. Thanks for watching.